Welcome to this year's Western Conference predictions. Before we begin this list, I would highly suggest watching our Eastern predictions breakdown. Now with that being said, let's head straight into this video. As always, brother, if you enjoy this content, please smash that like button and subscribe, brother. What are you waiting for? This is Binge Week Mania, brother. And on the lucky 13, we have Real Salt Lake. Rusnak is gonna have his hands full this year trying to get this team into playoff contention. Their defense sticks out to me as being one of the worst in the league, a complete disappointment. When Justin Glad is your main man in the back, then you know you got a goddamn problem. Aaron Herrera and Donny Toya aren't the best wing backs to have when you want offensive energy. At his point, David Ochoa is their only hope. Even with the new additions of Anderson Julio from Atlético de San Luis and Bobby Wood from Hamburg, I still don't think that'll be enough to put up a reasonable amount of goals. This team is a shadow of their former selves. As well, we have consistently one of the worst teams in the league, if I'm putting it bluntly. The Vancouver Whitecaps, oh dear God. The transfer of Huang and Baum to Ruben Kazan will always be a mistake in my eyes. He just needed a little more time to develop into the monster we all know he could become. Now, they don't really have a creator to link up play in the middle, which is extremely concerning. If Vancouver's gonna have a big season, it's all gonna rest on the shoulders of Lucas Cavallini. DeBer Casado and Christian De Jong are gonna be crucial in crossing the ball and giving Cavallini service if Vancouver wants to score some goals. Number 11, we have the Houston Dynamo. Oh, where did this franchise go wrong? I just don't see anything really exciting about this team. Unlike Vancouver, at least Houston does have a playmaker in the middle of the park, Darwin Quintero. Darwin played sensational last season, and will have to continue to do the same this season if Houston stands a chance. Even though they will most likely not make the playoffs, they did make some off-season signings in the right direction. Tim Parker is a great center back to pick up during this off-season to lock down the back line, and Urruti and Tyler Pasher are very intriguing pieces in the front to possess. If Tyler Pasher can play half as good as he did in the USL, then Houston could be an interesting team to watch. Number 10, we have the new kids on the block, Austin FC. Yeah. Now, just based off the past seasons, an expansion club doesn't normally do too good their first season, so that's why I gotta put them here. Now, with that being said, this team looks pretty solid. Alexander Ring and Thomas Pochettino are great players to have in the center of the park, and will most likely pivot off of each other. Cecilio Dominguez and Rodney Redes, who both resigned from Club Girani in Paraguay, look like very exciting players to watch. Only main concern with this team is the defense. If I was an Austin FC fan, I would not be feeling too confident in that backline. Wait, before you end this take, I have to say something. I really wanted Austin FC higher on this list, but the guy who writes the script and edits these videos would not allow me to do that. Please don't hold me responsible for this. Lucky number 9, we have the San Jose Earthquakes, and let me tell you, Almeida has got his hands full, yet again. Now, I would be lying if I said I didn't like their off-season, cause it was pretty damn good. But in my opinion, it was still not enough for this team to actually compete for the cup. The signings of Eric Remedi and Javier Lopez on loan from Chivas were smart and will surely strengthen the midfield. But just about everywhere else there's question marks. Wando's getting older, and it's a miracle that he's still playing, but who will take responsibility when Wando's on the bench? I wonder who. Is it gonna be Cade Cowell? If so, he's gonna have to mature fast as he's being thrown into deep waters real quick. Now, is this a team that could potentially see themselves above the red line? Yes, but it's 1 in a million. At 8, we have San Jose's rival, the Los Angeles Galaxy. Just like San Jose, I did enjoy their offseason quite a bit. Their squad looks like a completely new team. The one man that's gonna have to step up or step down is Chicharito. He scored 1 goal last season. Now that's just not good enough when you're the highest paid player on the team. In the league, in Major League Soccer, highest paid player, 1 goddamn goal? Bullshit. If Chicharito can play like Chicharito, then this squad could be going far, especially when you have two young, hungry wingers on the flanks, being Samuel Grandsir and Kevin Cabral, both from France. Then paired with Chicharito, and then Efrain Alvarez in the middle could be a sight to behold, but also a sight to look away from. And finally, to the playoff teams. At 7, we have the Colorado Rapids. Shout out Isaiah Paskins. The Burgundy Boys! Colorado really surprised me last year and placed 5th in the Western Conference. God damn. Eunice Namli was a great addition in the midfield and brought much needed creativity to the squad last year. The American synergy will also play a huge part in this squad's success as well. Expect big seasons from Cole Bassett, Sam Vines, and Jonathan Lewis. Somehow, with such a low budget, Colorado has somehow found a way to form a good-looking squad by signing other teams' rejects and signing academy prospects. On paper, this team could go far. And now to the first steaming hot take of the video. Number 6, the Seattle Sounders. What? I know. Last year they made it all the way to the final. But this year I think we'll go much differently. Their second best player last season, Jordan Morris, is out indefinitely, and I can't see anyone filling those shoes. Also, Kevin Lardam, one of the best Major League Soccer wingbacks, is no longer with the team. Another huge blow. If the Seattle Sounders want to see success, then Ladero and Rui Diaz are gonna have to take them there. Arguably, the best duo in the league. Also, Christian Roldan is gonna have to be an anchor in that midfield and a leader on the pitch. When I look at the Seattle Sounders squads of years past, this one may be the weakest. Number 5, we have FC Dallas. I know, crazy. Even with our outgoing transfers of Brian Reynolds, Justin Chet, and Michael Barrios, I still see this team going far. Their academy keeps producing talents with ease, as youngsters are popping up left and right in Frisco. Can't wait to see what a healthy Paxton Pomykal is made of. I think Paxton is going to bring this team to greatness, and I wouldn't be surprised if he moves to a big club after this very season. Some other youngsters to look out for are Ricardo Pepe, Jesus Ferreira, and Tanner Tessman. All have the capability of having a breakout season as well. If there's one word to describe this team, it would be balanced. You got the new with the old, and a solid offense as well as defense. Love it. At 4, we have last year's Western Conference champs, Sporting Kansas City. I'm gonna be honest, their defense looks pretty shaky, but their offense is just too good to pass up on. Aaron Pulido was injured for a good amount last season, so I can't wait to see what numbers he'll put up when he is healthy. He is one of my favorite players, in case you were wondering. They did lose Gerso this offseason, but that's only a minor dent in their attack. Johnny Russell and Gotti kinda are gonna have to be vital pieces going forward. Gotti is still one of the most underappreciated players in the goddamn league, and I don't know why, as he rarely has a bad game. He's perfect. Gianluca Busio is also a key player for this squad. Since moving to a 6, he has revolutionized his game. It has been linked to multiple big clubs around the world. Number 3, we finally made it, boys. Top 3, let's get it. Portland Timbers, who are essentially an upgraded team from last year. The core remains while talented players have been added. Wingbacks Claudio Bravo and Jose Carlos Van Rynken have been added to the squad, making their weakest position arguably their strongest. The main problem with this team that Giovanni Savarese has to somehow solve is that they have so much talent on this team. The attack is insane, and I don't know how he's gonna fit all of these goddamn players into the starting 11. You have the creativity of Sebastian Blanco and Diego Valeri, paired with the killer instincts of Nzgoda and Felipe Mora. Now, that's a combination of finesse and finesse that you want to have on your goddamn team. Coming in at number 2, we have Minnesota United. It's crazy the transformation this team has seen, going from nothing into something into everything in the goddamn world. My main concern coming into the season was who was gonna fill Kevin Molino's shoes, but now it seems I have an answer. They have replaced the seemingly unreplaceable with a better player in Ramon Abia from Boca Juniors. And now, Ramon gets to link up with another former Boca Juniors player in Emmanuel Reynoso, arguably the best player in the league currently. And you know what's scary? He only played for half the season in 2020. Now he gets to play a full goddamn season and break some goddamn records. Now if Ikapara gets healthy soon, and stays healthy, I can see this team challenging for first in the West. Whoop whoop. Here we are. Number 1, we all know them. We love them. LAFC. Last season they didn't play all too well, but I think if anything, they'll lit a goddamn fire under those boys, and they're gonna come out guns a-blazing. Not only do you have Carlos Vela, who has broken basically every record in the book, but you also have Diego Rossi, who is a fantastic player in his own right. This team is stacked from top to bottom. Even the transfer of Brian Rodriguez doesn't faze this team one bit. He wasn't starting for them anyway all the time. With this squad, you can make a B team that could still compete for the playoffs. They just have that much depth, and Bob Bradley is the perfect coach to manage all this talent. LAFC are gonna be right back to where they were in the past, at the top of the table improving. Los Angeles is theirs.
If you enjoyed this video, brother, and you want to see more content just like this, please smash that like button and subscribe for more, brother. We make great content all the time. This is Binge Week, brother. Where are you gonna be when Bench Kings come knocking on your door with some more incredibly dope shit content? Oh, thank you, brother. We'll see you next time.